and leaving Balarama and Krishna. So then Balarama and Krishna was our graduating from the Sandipani Ashramam or Sandipani Maharshi. Then that Sandipani Maharshi was dull. Then both of them go to their wife, Sandipani's Guru Patni, and ask, why today my Guru is simply dull? What is the point? Then that Dharma Patni said, no, today we remembered our son, only one son, he lived quite time and almost of your age, but he is no more. So when you go, we become empty, and so we are remembering all that. So that's why our father, Guruji, is very much dull. They never replied anything. Straight they went to Patal Balichakravarti, Krishna and Balarama. And when Balichakravarti knew that Vishnu has come to his yard, he was so excited. In Bhagavatam get beautiful description. He came, welcomed and all that. Afterwards, then Krishna told him, that Vishnu told him, I have come here to meet you again. For again, that time I wanted your land. Now I want my Guru Putra back to life. So he said, you call for Yama and see that that boy comes back, and I present him as a Guru Dakshina. Then Yama came, and Yama said, I cannot identify anybody here. All are souls, all are Sukshma Devas. Then Krishna said, don't worry, I will find out. So Krishna and Balarama, they identified the soul, and then said, we'll take him out, give him all forum. Then when it's Krishna telling like that, then Vishnu, the boss, okay, so he becomes live and becomes normal, and they took the boy and presented to the Sandipani Maharshi as a part of Guru Dakshina. Nobody will do it in the world. So that was the highest Guru Dakshina that he could give. And so like that, even Krishna has done some magical things to which Balarama took objection. If Krishna, you were to bring the life gone back to, it will be a problem. What are you doing? You're a mischievous boy. There are 2-3 instances where Krishna brought people to back life and made a bent. So our bent today is only a book for him. Saraswati and her brother have done today. So he must be very happy with the presentation. I never knew that, but anyway, he has been going through the process everywhere, and therefore he will not, there is no surprise to him. But it is only surprise for us that we are able to do it. So that's why the Sandipani Maharshi became very happy, because that boy was there as long as they and so on. We don't know further about it in Bhagavatam. But another instance is there also in Bhagavatam yesterday with Narayaniyam, that Daksha Prajapati and Chitraketu story is there. And Chitraketu had only one son, and that one son was killed by the son's wives. That is, his own daughters-in-law killed his only son. And his wife, one of the wives, killed him, and so that he became so much bad, he fainted, that he lost son. And he wanted to get the son back. Then again, that Narayana appears with it, and then he takes him to the place where all the souls are there. So these Atmas are there. Then that Narayana and also that Chitraketu, Maharaja, Chakravarti, high devotee of Vishnu, they found out that is the soul of his son. Then oh son, you are Putra, he just addressed, oh boy, come with me, let us go to the land and all that. Then that son put a question, who is my father? Who am I? I don't know, you get out. That made that Chitraketu to get out of the Maya, that Putra Maya and that Moha Maya. And then he became a devotee and got moksha. So this is the episode number 23. Anu is there. This is the episode number 23, where Daksha Prajapati, Chitraketu, and the birth of Maruts is described in 11 stanzas by Bhattatari. That's why I told you, our Guruji has done only in 700 slokas selected from Bhagavatam, not having his pen over that. But this Bhattatari has taken independence, and he took the Bhagavatam thoughts and then rewrote Bhagavatam in 1000 slokas. So 10 slokas per day, 100 days he wrote like that. So then when he sat before Guruvayur Krishna for 100 days, the Paramatma appeared to him. So in the last section, Pasyami te agre, me agre. So I am looking you in front of me like Arjuna visualizing Krishna in the 11th chapter. So actually Krishna kept Arjuna's anxiety pending for 10 chapters. And there is no more time to keep him further in doubts. Therefore, Graham Ledra, he just revealed himself. Then Krishna knew what are the effects of the Vishwarupa Darshanam of Paramatma. Supposing Paramatma comes and stands before you, what will be your response is important. So the response also is divine. Dhritarashtra, when he was having the Vishwarupa Darshana, he said, I don't want ice take back. I remain as I am. So he continued to be a rascal and scoundrel and greedy of the land. Prithvi, he wants his throne to be perfect. Nobody should sit upon his chair so long he breathes life. But he is a highly philosophical, Vedantic scholar. Dhritarashtra is not ordinary fellow. He is a wonderful scholar. But because of the circumstances, they get Maya. Vishnu Maya, or Shiva Maya, or Moha Maya, Mahamaya, etc. All this Maya. In Bhagavata Saptasati, we come across the Maya influence. So Mahamaya Swarupini. Maya is Shakti, one way. Another Maya is trying to make us lose our conscience. And we believe something else is important, and we forget the reality to be unreal. And that again is the Maya. So nobody should cast the Maya upon us. Very bad. But we can't. Even that's why that Narayana was sleeping. What was that? Mahamaya Nidra Devi. She was where she occupied the Vishnu's body in the eyes. The Nidra is there in the eyes. Always eyes are attacked by the Nidra. So unless you close the eyes, you don't sleep. So that means Maya means you cover up the externalities and you become inner. And when once your sleep comes up, then mind becomes out. All Indriyas go to rest. Biological rest will be there, but the spiritual, mental rest won't be there. Though you are sleeping in a very luxurious bed, samsatulika alpam, you will be walking on a muddy areas. That you will not be there on the bed, only body will be there, but that mano sancharam will take place. That's why the dreams are the language of the mind. And the language of the mind also depends upon the culture of the vasana, punyam, papam, and the drusyas that we see in our life. So if lion comes to your vision and you are afraid of lion and close the door, and when I opened, as your dream tells, it escaped from you and entered inside. And was a resident, and also resident. Because sometimes when Vedam part of the kukkalo chintu untundi, kotulu chintu untundi. And in the temples, some birds, they will go at the Tirtham exit point outside the Garbhagudi of the temple. And there the Tirtham will be falling down. So many birds come and drink gubachis. The sparrows, they drink some Tirtham and go away. So all gubachis don't come. 1, 2, 3, 4 gubachis might come. When I observe that, you understand, Janma is to be monitored and sanctified and directed by the Paramatma who grants the Janma for us. And also, in that Janma, the form is not important, whether male form or female form or whatever animal form, the form is not important. the Samskriti inside is important. A farmer's engineer, farmer's son becomes the president of India. What do you think about him? That Sanjeev Reddy, critical fellow, he failed in intermediate in Antapur Arts College for 3 times. He could not pass intermediate. And his classmate was my teacher, C.V. Ramarao, I remember him. And he was telling lots of things about Sanjeev Reddy. He was my classmate sitting next to my bench, but he has become the son Cheppavad Makapur when we were students. So the same fellow who sat beside him was a school teacher teaching us mathematics, and that fellow became the president of India. So we don't know. But so that's why Krishna in Bhagavad Gita tells you, Janma karma cha me vidhi. You please try to know the nature and the purpose, etc. of Janma. And Janma may be XYZ, but karma will be PQR. You may be a medalist in physics, gold medalist from university, but when clerk's job in the bank is offered, you will go because it's a bank job. What about your MSc physics and gold medalist? No, you don't care that. But to get attracted to get that is simply divine. Afterwards, you may improve and change, but basically, you will become a clerk. So again, I think so. The Paramatma is the one. I must tell you today in the dream, in the bedroom, I slept here. On the right hand wall, I found a beautiful portrait of Saraswati. Actually, there is no, it is a wall, empty wall like your wall behind. No photos at all there in that place when I sleep. Then I wanted to have a yet more closer look, but they did not disappear from my vision, the dream vision. So as long as Saraswati, that means you are only holding Veena and cutting a very beautiful face. And Yakkadapachini Saraswati photo is about the photo, try 2 feet and all that, fixed to the wall, and I saw that photo. So I today, being Gokulashtami, I felt it is very significant because your name is Saraswati, book is Saraswati, and Anugraha is there, Vyasa Maharshi, Ganapati, and Krishna. These are all very proverbial people. Therefore, and I had a glimpse of that, and I like to connect. Because that's how that soul said, when that soul said to Chitraketu, who are you? A father does not expect from the son, when he meets him, who are you? No, that question will never come. He will run to embrace. But in this case, that soul did not felt simply, who are you? That one word was enough for that Chitraketu to turn to be a deepest devotee of Vishnu and got the moksha. So Chappalemu, మన దేవుని యొక్క directions ఎలా ఉంటుందో. So here also, in the Ajamala Vyakhyanam, which we are now going on, the Ajamala, everybody is wonderful. What is that? He has been leading a very objectionable life. By birth Brahmin. He has learned all the Brahmin culture, and he lived a life also like that. But in our final stages, he became a rascal, he became a bad verse. So Sadachara Sampatti unnatuvanti Ajamila Brahmana took to Durachara. Durachara Samani, Dushta Daitya Bandhini, అవన్నీ ఉంటుంది అమ్మవారి పేర్లు. సో దురాచారంలో ఉన్నప్పటికీ కొంచెం ఎక్సెప్షన్స్ రైడర్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఇఫ్ యూ వర్ టు రిమెంబర్, సో దట్ నారాయణ శబ్ద హరేర్ నామ గృహం, దెన్ he will definitely go to the Hari place, not for Narakam place. So in 215 sloka, we have seen Ajamilobhi Agan Muktim Kimuta Sraddhaya. And moreover, Narayana, every Narayana is a Tirtha Pada. See, the word used by our is a Tirtham. So Narayana. So because even for the Rama Shabda, the Ra from Narayana, Namo Narayana, and Ma from Namah Shivaya. So Panchakshari and Ashtakshari mantra letter has been picked up and joined and made Rama, and that became the name of the human avataram of the boy, of Vishnu. So this is what is picked up by Vasishtha Maharshi while doing Namakaranam for the first boy of Dasaratha. Same is the case, as you have seen, when Krishna was to be given Namam, that Garga Mahamuni, he comes and chooses the Krishna name for him because he's a Sankarshana Murti. And among all avatars, the most beautiful avatar is the Krishna avatar. So, because he combines the divine brilliance as well as the human brilliance. So, two in one, I am Paramatma. And in case of Shiva, Ardhanariswara Rupam. Even all these are symbolic things to teach people how things could ultimately grow up. So this is the Srushti Rahasya and this is the philosophical significance. So that's why it is called a Tirtha Padanu Kirtanat. That means when we think of the Tirtha Pada, Narayana, then Ramastamobhyam Kalilam Tato Anyatha Karmasu Nasa. So whatever remnant karma is there, that will be dropped by Krishna. Manam papam completely erase chesukolem. We cannot erase all our sins. We can't become clean slate. That's why every 70 minutes, if you want to catch the plane here, you have to go for a COVID test. 70 hours అయిపోయిందంటే మళ్ళా COVID test చేసుకుంటే కానీ వాళ్ళు వదలట. I don't know. So again you have to go and get, say morning flight to Kamma miss అయిపోయింది because there was some delay in reaching Chicago, and when she went there, she was not allowed to enter into the plane. So afternoon flight book చేశారు. In between, she went to downtown, got a place and got the certificate and got boarded. See, look at that duration. Only kastalu. Atla ikkada, whatever remnants are there, all that will be removed. And now let us go to the Yama speech. What is the Yama reply? 216 sloka. Please repeat. Etavataram.
Etavataram, etavataram,
Aghanirharanaya pumsam.
Aganirharanaya pumsam. Aganirharanaya pumsam.
Sankirtanam Bhagavato Gunakarmanamnam.
Sankirtanam Bhagavato Gunakarmanamnam. Sankirtanam Bhagavato Gunakarmanamnam.
Vikrusya putra Maghavan Yadajamilopi.
Vikrusya putra Maghavan Yadajamilopi. Vikrusya putra Maghavan Yadajamilopi.
Yadajamilopi Narayane Timriyamana Upaiti Muktim.
Narayaneti Mriyamana Iyaya Muktim.
Upaiti Muktim.
Iyaya Muktim, correct?
No, Upaiti Muktim. Mriyamana Upaiti.
Oh, Mriyamana
Upaiti Muktim.
Upayaya Muktim.
So, Aghanirharanaya. See, Aghanirharanaya means in order to get relieved of the influence of the sins that people do, that's called Nirharana. Trying to get rid of the papams. Pumsam does not mean that all beings. And Gunakarma Namnam Sankirtanam Bhagavataha. So what is the Sankirtana you have got to make? Connected to Gunagana, Karmagana and Namagana. That is, you have to speak about the qualities of Paramatma, then the work done by Paramatma, and the names of Paramatma. So, sir, you mudu cover avali Sangitam lopla. Then, in the case of Ajamila, Ajamilopi Putram Vikrusya Aghavan Bhavet Narayanayeti Mriyamanaha. So that Ajamila, while dying, he just uttered the word Narayana, and because of the utterance, he became relieved of the Agha. So Putra Madhavan, so Putra Nama Narayana, and he recited that at the last fringe of life. Then he was similarly, the Narsimha Sahasrana, Narsimha Karavalambrana Stotram, or Subramanya Karavalambrana Stotram, Devi Karavalam, all these Karavalambrana Stotras are instantaneous benefits. Because Shankaracharya recited the Karavalambrana Stotram Narsimha, then the entire pyre became silent. And he got back the body and he answered all the questions of the opponents. So that is Daivatanugraham. Therefore, ಈ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಅనే ಶಬ್ದ ಎಂತ ಪವರ್ಫುಲ್ అంటే you may not see it directly, but you will experience it. Whatever pujas that you have done will not go waste. That's why in Krishna Bhagavad Gita, Name Bhaktaha Pranasyanti. My bhaktas might undergo some period of torture or difficulty and all that, but at the end they will never die. They will never be unhappy. So if not, that's why Adhyava Kalantareva Shubham Ganashyati. If not today, after some time, they will definitely reap the benefit. Satyanarayana Vratam ippudu cheste, ippude rakapochu mee promotion order or arrears. In the course of 1 month or 2 months or some time like that, you will get the surprising news. There are so many people who attest the phalam of Satyanarayana, and therefore, among all Vratam, Satyanarayana Vratam is a regular feature. Because the entire Ashtottara Satanamavali contains Satya, Satya, Satya. You hammer the head of Narayana. You are true, you are true, you are true. Poor fellow, what he can do? Yes, bye, I will be true. So, Satya Narayana, Satya Murti, Satya Swarupa, Satya Gnana, you will say yes. That is very interesting. So that's why our Rishis have been so clever as to make the gods to dance to our needs and requirements and tunes. It is very interesting. So the Kolatam bettara. Kolatam ante Krishnude. So Krishna Kolatam ante, he is made to dance, he is a dancer. Not only a flutist, not only a warrior, not only any. That's why he says Guna Karma Vibhaga says. So Guna, Krishna is a performer. He's a performing art specialist. That's why Mahesh, he sang this song. Actually, my son wanted to play flute, but he said recording won't be very perfect in the live flute. There is a problem. Then I said something different. Immediately, they planned to sing about that Krishna, and anyway, that Krishna figured was only the flute Krishna. So they fulfilled it. So as he was singing his song, then Krishna was blowing, which we don't hear. Gods must have heard it. So like that here, Yama attests that whatever papam that they have done, but at the Mriyamana, the end, so because ending is the taste kadandi. Chakka pappu undante tinestamu. Tarvata karam telustundi. Inta karam ide. The taste people don't realize immediately while eating. After eating, your tongue tells it's very hot. So atla Mriyamana, whatever way that you are going through, but the ending should be really with Narayana Sabda. Ucharya Narayana Sabda Matram Vimukta Dukkha Sukhino Bhavanti is the promise in Vishnu Sahasranama. So Vimukta Dukkha Sukhino Bhavanti. Here Muktim Upayati. Sukham is Mukti. That is no more birth at all. Now next one. Te Deva. Siddha Parigita Pavitra Gatha.
Siddha Parigita Pavitra Gatha. Siddha Parigita Pavitra Gatha.
Ye sadhanam samadrusho bhagavat prapannaha.
ye sadhavah kadade
Sadhavaha
ye sadhavah samadrusho bhagavan prapannaha
tanopasidat harehe
तानोपसीदत हरेर
gadayabhiguptan
गदयान विगुप्तान
naisham vayam nacha vayaha
नेषां वयं न च वयः
prabhavasu dande.
ప్రభవాసు దండే
సో ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే గదయాభిగుప్తాన్, గద అంటే రోగాలమ్మ. లేచినప్పటి నుంచి నొప్పులతో లేస్తారు ప్రజలు. సో గదయా శరీరే జర్జరీభూతే వ్యాధిగ్రస్తే కళేవరే ఈజ్ ది స్టేట్మెంట్. శరీరం ఉన్నంత వరకు అది ఓపెన్ ఫార్ వ్యాధి అండ్ వ్యాధిగ్రస్తే జర్జర, దట్ ఈస్ ఓల్డ్ ఏజ్. సో డికే, diminishing, all these features are common for sharira. But in Sanskrit we have got other alternate words for sharira. Another one is called deha, rupa and kalebara. Then we have got sari. So many names are there. But among all these alternate words, synonyms, we have the word deha. So deha has been, so the deha is a body which is really a place where Paramatma or Atma could stay there. See, that's why deha has been Atma Tishtati. In Bhagavad Gita, in all places, Shariram does not contain Atma, in the sense that when the deha becomes a Sharira, then it is liable for all troubles and pains. But when Sharira realizes that it is a deha, it's a Devadatta deha, then it's a Daivi deha, then the moksham is possible. So that's why Brahmarpanam Brahmavihi Brahmana Nirmitam Pura Tena Brahmaiva Kartavyam Te Brahma Karmaiva Brahmarpanam Brahmavihi Brahmana Nirmitam Pura. So Brahma Nirmanam chesindi Deham. That Deham will have other features like Kalebaram and all those things. Chala Vedantamlo deep గా పోయిన కొద్దీ మనకి ఎన్నెన్నో దొరుకుతాయండి. If you throw your net into the ocean, you get big fish. Into a small lake, small fish you can catch. Or if you have only that galam, ఒకటే ఫిష్ తిరుగుకుంటుంది. సో ఎలా నువ్వు పోతారు? అందుకే all these fishermen go into the ocean only, not into the rivers much. So they will have their net so wide that they are able to catch and pull. So that's why the wider net you throw, then you will get wider knowledge about the fish. So like that, here also it is said that Deva Siddha Parigita Pavitra Gathaha Ye Sadhavaha. See, Gathaha Pavitrani. Whatever is related, whatever stories related to Krishna or Bhagavan is one which will sanctify you. They are sanctity, and what is sanctity will sanctify you. It is like the Saraswati Suktam. Saraswati river is sanctified river by basically. And that river, neighboring rivers are also sanctified. So that is the characteristic of Saraswati. అమ్మవారు చాలా విజ్ఞాన మేధాశక్తి ఉంది. అమ్మవారు నమ్ముకున్న వాళ్ళకి ఆ మేధాశక్తి ట్రాన్స్మిట్ అవుతుంది. Therefore, we make a prayer to Goddess Vani that Medha Devi Jushamana Na Agatu Viswachi Bhadra Sumanasya Mana. అమ్మవారు నగుతూ మీ దగ్గర మీలో కావాలి. That is, she has to voluntarily come into your head so that you will become really happy and benefited by her. సరస్వతిని తిట్టుకున్న వాళ్ళు ఎవరు లేరు, కానీ సరస్వతిని అందరూ ప్రార్థన చేసేవాళ్ళే. కానీ లక్ష్మిని తిట్టుకుంటారు. బికాస్ that makes them go astray. So dhana madam untundi, vidya madam undi, కానీ విద్యా మదము నుంచి వాడు ఇంకా కష్టపడతాడు, ధన మదం నుంచి పాడైపోతాడు. విద్యా మదం is there, people will neglect you or ignore you. Bodharaha matsaragrastaha. If the bodharas are clipped by the matsara, they will be rejected. How many pandits are ready to talk to us in our Adhyayana Kendra readily? Now that Shanta Shaivalini is there, she has accepted to do it. You can post a hard copy to her. Her address also is posted to you, so that she can start whenever convenient. I told her, sir, I am very busy with her. I said 3 slokas per day, so 700 slokas. You divide, because time limit is not there for us. Whenever it is ready. So 1975 onwards, it has been waiting almost 45 years, 46 years. Our Guruji never know that it will take again light into the world. So like that, it is here also. Sankirtanam, no, sadhavaha and samadrusho bhagavat prapannaha. So those people who praise the God will develop equipoise mind and equanimous drushti also. And అందుకే Tyagaraja in Vandraj Pancharatna Kirtanas teaches us that all people have got endaro mahanubhavalu. All mahanubhavas are having a samana kripa drushti upon everything in the world, which means that they are not having matsara anede ledu. They don't have matsara. And if at all it has to be mentioned, Tyagaraja made another separate kirtana, matsaramanu teratiyagarada Rama. There is one more Tyagaraja kirtana, oh matsaramanu teratiyagarada. So there is a matsara is a tera, is a curtain which will prevent all people to have the vision of Paramatma. So మనం నైవేద్యం చేస్తున్నామని చెప్పి గుళ్ళో గర్భగుడిలో తెర వేస్తారు, కూర్చొని ఉంటాం, ఆ తెర తీస్తే నైవేద్యం వెళ్ళిపోతుంది, దేవదర్శనం అవుతుంది. సో ఆ మత్సరము అనేది తెర. దట్స్ వాట్ త్యాగరాజ పుట్స్ ఇట్ మెటఫారికల్లీ. ఐ మీన్, సో ఇక్కడ సాధవ సమదృశ, సమానమైనటువంటి దృక్కుతో. And how is that? Bhagavat prapannaha. They are all prapannas. Prapannarti Hare Devi, Durga Devi, Namostute. Don't forget your Durga knowledge. In Durga Stotram, we have learned Prapannarti Hare Devi. Now that Durga Stotram is live, and every Tuesday we are meeting. It is morning 5:30. But Papa Seshathalaya is putting in the YouTube. Already some 9 or 10 sessions have come. And we are in this almost fag end of the Pathamacharitam. Yenduku end of the end chesedi. So that somebody was telling, Rudram is 11 Anvakas. It has taken 30 and more lectures. Still not complete Rudram. So because so much content value is there in that. So Bhagavat Prapannaha. So Tanno Upasidata Hare Gadaya Bhiguttan. Those people who have their personal, biological, psychological, physiological, etc. problems, all that come under the word Gada. Gada means not the mace. And mace also causes problem to the enemies. So we are stuck. That's why in Narayaniyam, Parihara Gadan, Parihara Guru Vayuru Krishna and Vastu Chota. So Gada Shabda also that Bhattacharya employs, because the body is prone for the one or the other complaints. So Gadaya Bhiguptan, Naisham Vayam Nachavayaha, Prabhavasu Dande. So when those people are not having bhakti, they are not at all distinguished. Whether Vayasu and Naisham Vayam Nachavayaha, nothing is considered. They will be, but if you are a prapanna to Paramatma, you will be really relieved from that. Now one more sloka we read and stop. It's getting time for you to sleep. Tan, one more, 2:18. Tan anayadvam.
Tan anayadvam. Tan anayadvam.
Vasato vimukhan mukunda.
Masato Vimukhan Mukunda, Masato Vimukhan Mukunda.
Adaravindamakaradarasadagasram.
Padaravindamakαρanda rasadajastram. Padaravindamakαρanda rasadajastram.
Nishkinchanaihi paramahamsakulaihi asajjaihi asagnaihi.
Nishkinchanaihi
Paramahamsakulaihi
Paramahamsakulaihi
asajjaihi
rasatneihi
jushtat gruhe
jushtat gruhe
nirayavartmani baddha trishnan.
nirayavat
Nirayavartma
nirayavatma
nibaddha trishnan.
nirayavatma trishnan.
Now Yama is giving instructions to all his people. In case in anybody's house there is Narayana Smriti going on, don't touch their houses and people. So Nibaddha Trishna Nirayavartmani. So Nirayavartma ante Moksha Vartma, Mukti Margam. So Narayana Smarana is a Mukti Marga. And those people remembering Narayana, they are always on board in a vehicle, in the yoga vehicle, in the spiritual path. Mukti Marga or Nirayana Vartma andre spiritual path. So spiritual path ni చేరిన వాళ్ళందరినీ అటువంటి ఇండ్లను కూడా నువ్వు టచ్ చేయకరాయి నాయన అని చెప్తారు. So it is a standing instructions given by Yama to all people, that because they are all called Paramahamsa Kulas. Paramahamsa means all philosophical Vedantic. That's why it is always said that we should have some tinge of divinity and spirituality in our journey of life. And Ramasmaranad Anyopayam Nahipasyamo Bhavatarane. Rama Hare Krishna Hare Tava Nama Vadami Sada Nruhare అని చెప్పినప్పుడు రామ అనే రెండు అక్షరాలు అనుకుంటూ ఉంటే అంతర్వాహిని, దట్ అంతర్వాహిని మీన్స్ యూ డోంట్ నో దట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫ్లోయింగ్, సంథింగ్ లైక్ అవర్ బ్రెతింగ్. ఉచ్ఛ్వాస నిశ్వాసాలు చేస్తున్నాము అని మనకు తెలియదు కదా. that process is keeping on and we are not having any effort to breath in and breath out. Unless you take to pranayama yoga, you will not be conscious of that breathing. So yoga guru, when you go to a yoga class, what does the yoga teacher tell? He says, observe your breath for a while. So he allows 1 or 2 minutes to observe your inhale and exhale. At the observation ayin tarvata, come on, take inhale. So this is how the yoga master, our yoga master used to start the classes. అంటే సడన్గా యోగంలో వెళ్ళాలంటే కష్టం, ఇట్ ఈస్ డిఫికల్ట్. సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు ప్రిపేర్ యువర్ బాడీ అండ్ బ్రెతింగ్ ప్రాసెస్, బికాస్ ప్రాణాయామ ఈజ్ ది బ్యాక్ బోన్ of all kinds of yogas in the world, whether it's Hatha Yoga or Kundalini Yoga or any yoga for the matter. That's why Krishna says in Gita, Yoga Rudha Tamuchyate. You know the word Yoga Rudha. You are also a student of Bhagavad Gita. So Yoga Rudha means yoga is a vehicle. You have to board the vehicle. And చక్రాలు ఉండే బండి మీద కూర్చుంటే వెళ్ళిపోతాం, చక్రాలు లేని బండి మీద కూర్చుంటే అక్కడే ఉంటాం. So our houses don't have wheels, but in America they have got wheeled houses. You can rent, tag it to your car, go to some picnic spot, stay there, have all house luxury and come back. But I don't know in India yet. So there are houses which have wheels. And we wonder, వాళ్ళ ఇంట్లో లేమని కాదు, వెహికల్ పోతూ ఉంటుంది, they can land, camp anywhere, have that house luxury and then return. They can cook there, they do all that and have wonderful sightseeing and all that. So that is the luxury which people outside India probably afford. But in India, poor people are there, mostly all people are, except for software people. Always, otherwise all people are wanting so many things. Now all people are crying about this Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister's doings. He promises 7,000 rupees in our bank account, go and collect. when the farmers go there, no 7,000 rupees. Only what Modi gave, that will be there. So they are yesterday I saw one video where people are shouting. They announced that your money is there in the bank, go and check, announced. But no, it is not like that. So yoga rudha means when once you are prepare your mind, whatever time it is. So pranayama is the backbone. Like that, here also, that Yama is telling the garden of the Mrityu. Even Yama also become, Yama is a great scholar. And that's why this Kathopanishad to me, it comes up only because of Yama. Yama is the teacher to Anachiketa, and he teaches the Agni Vidya, Divya Agni Vidya it is called. And that's what the Charan Singh completed the Kathopanishad. And yesterday I was giving him a brief up and not over. So he is trying to link up all these things. So Yama he says, Divya, first of all, he tempts Nachiketa to go away with number of material gifts. Then Nachiketa is a stubborn boy. No, what do I do with them? I don't want all that. I want only Divya Agni. So ultimately Yama budgets and grants the Divya Agni Vidya. And then he becomes so happy at Nachiketa. In now onwards, this Divya Agni Vidya called as Nachiketa Vidya. And Nachiketa Vidya is a Mukti Vidya. And that is more important. Like that, see, all knowledge is a connected knowledge. Whether you go dive in Upanishads or in Puranas or in this text, you have got that linkage. So here also, he says, in this particular last line, Yama has given the standing instruction to everybody that wherever, every house where there is Nama taken, that's a Tirtha Gruha. And Gruhe, and they're all in Nirayavatma and Trushna, Nirayavatma Baddha Trushna. The Trushna is important, and therefore I'll explain more this sloka next class. Probably next we'll be meeting at 8 o'clock. The Nidra problem won't be there, which probably like Narayana because of Mahamaya. She made him sleep. And Brahmadeva made a stotram for Nidra Devi, Amma Tali, you get out. I am being, why that emergency cropped up to Brahma? Because Madhukaitavas wanted to kill Brahma, the creator, so that they will be supreme rulers and creators. The Rakshasara Kash Entundante creation. So when Brahma was attacked, he had no alternative to make the Narayana get up. Alarm bell is that. Okay, Om Tat Sat.
Om Tat Sat.